Hey, this is Doc Eric. Welcome to my YouTube neighborhood, the channel where we give you one mindset tip and one body set tip, typically rolled into one video. Today we're going to be talking about lifestyle medicine and what that is and why I think it's very, very important. So let's go ahead and let's jump in. Lifestyle medicine is one of those new kind of buzzword terms that is kind of floating around the internet. It's been around for a little while. It's replaced things like wellness, and basically what it is an approach that looks into preventing, treating, and reversing disease by impacting unhealthy lifestyle habits and behaviors with the goal of replacing them with healthier ones. People who subscribe to the lifestyle medicine philosophy focus on the common lifestyle factors that many of us take for granted. They focus on the common underlying lifestyle factors that promote disease and shorten lifespan, which none of us want. Instead, they advocate for positive behavior changes with conscious participation, meaning that these are things that you personally have to work on a daily basis. These are things that just won't come to you out of this clear blue sky. So without further ado, let's go over the 6 pillars that make up the lifestyle medicine lifestyle. So number 1, you want to develop a healthier eating pattern. I think that's self-explanatory. Take a look at what you're currently eating, the amount of fats, the amounts of carbohydrates, the amount of proteins that you're eating. If you've been putting on weight in these last couple of months, that's a clear indicator that whatever it is that you're currently doing is not working for you. So that would be a place to start. Number 2, increasing physical activity. If you're somebody who was once active or is looking to become active, there's no greater time than to start exercising. It can be something small like going for a walk. It could be something as simple as using the stairs in your home. Pick something that's very, very easy and that's not going to injure any of the joints, especially if you're somebody who's recovering from an injury. Number 3, you want to look at effective management of your stress. So if you're somebody who poorly manages their stress, somebody who could potentially be an emotional eater, somebody who turns to substances such as drink to knock off a bad day of work, if you have poor relationship stress, work stress, home stress, many different types of stressors affect us, that would be another thing to evaluate and see if you can recruit somebody around home to help to manage your symptoms or at least have a buddy system to talk to. Number 4, maintaining social relationships. I know right now it's tough. A lot of people are doing the lens-to-lens communication right now, but as things start to open up, we're starting to see people gather again. They're starting to interact, laugh, share stories, and things like that. So if you haven't maintained your social relationships, this would be a good time to start reaching out and possibly to start making in-person plans. Number 5, maintaining adequate sleep. A lot of us are looking to try to cram more into a 24-hour day, and while that might work for a couple of days in a row, that quickly starts to add up and starts to compound. You start to have negative health effects such as cognitive impairment. You may start to notice food cravings and sugar cravings especially because you're spiking cortisol levels of the body. You may start to find that you're more irritable at work. Things that typically don't bother you now all of a sudden start to become big deals. So if you're someone who notices that their sleep is starting to slide in the wrong direction, that would be something else to focus on. And the 6th and final one is to avoid the use of risky substances. That could be alcohol, that could be certain types of drugs and narcotics. And it could also include snack foods and junk foods as well. These are foods that are calorically high, but they're also nutritionally poor in terms of their density. So we don't need to belabor that point other than the fact that it might be good for a short-term fix if you need to have something sweet to take a stressful moment out of your lifestyle. But if you're starting to turn to the harder stuff, that's a slippery slope and that could cause long-term ramifications down the road. So there you go. Those are the 6 pillars of the lifestyle medicine. A lot of us know them already, but I thought it would be pertinent to just kind of review them in sequence. Many of us can pick any of those 6 lifestyle pillars and pick one, start with the most low-hanging fruit within that pillar, and then slowly start to build and graduate until that pillar becomes a more solid foundation, and then you can choose another pillar. So for example, if you're somebody who's poor on sleep and nutritionally eating poor and is also lacking in physical fitness, pick one of those 3. Pick the easiest one that you know that you can be consistent with and get a couple of weeks under your belt. Once you've improved in that area, then you can jump to another pillar, and then you can jump to another pillar. It can be that simple. You just have to commit and get started because remember, nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. So the mindset tip and the body set tip is to develop an awareness of all the different pillars that I mentioned. Pick the one with the most low-hanging fruit, the one that you can easily stay the most committed to, and then slowly start to get comfortable and then graduate to the next level. And you'll start to notice that your life starts to turn around, things start to feel better, joints start to become less achy, weight starts to come off. It's going to be a beautiful thing. So there you have it. We talked about the 6 pillars. If you like this content, if you like content like this, go ahead and rate, review, and subscribe. I love it when we get new YouTube visitors to our channel. It helps me grow the channel and also to put out content like this. And these questions typically come from you guys at home. So until next time, stay healthy.